So normally after the story, this is when we'd sing the children and youth out to Spirit Jam, right? But today, we are all going to Spirit Jam. Yes. In your order of service, you will find a list of jam sessions or activities that you can participate in. And when I'm done giving instructions about what to do, you will get up and go to that area. And once everyone in your area gets settled, you will find a book. Almost every one of these activities has a storybook associated with it. And so one of you will read your book out loud to the group, and then you'll play with the activity in your room. So if you'd like to stay here, if you don't want to be walking around the church or moving too much, in the sanctuary we're going to have storybook time, and the stories are here, and you can take turns reading them out loud from the pulpit. In the back, in the social hall, we're going to be doing leaf rubbings, where you'll go outside, find a really neat leaf, and then rub them on paper with crayons to make colorful leaf images. If you go to the south entrance, that pretty glass hall that faces 13th Ave, you all there will be making chalk mandalas on the sidewalk out front, and there's some mandala patterns that you can follow if you need inspiration. Back here in the east atrium that faces the Conestoga huts, there's some couches and soft chairs. You all can select stories about radical women through history from our books there and read them out loud and discuss the impact that these women had on history. In the back of the church, back near the patio and the playground, people are going to be working with bugs. Well, more specifically, bug houses. You'll be making houses for mason bees and reading about why that's important. In the chapel, straight through these doors at the back, will be moving meditation led by Barbara Flitcroft. In room 1, which is over that way, will be seated meditation. And you all can guide yourselves using meditations found in a set of cards we have in there. And so you'll have a chance to either lead meditation or be quietly led in meditation. In room 2, how many of you have listened to the Moth Storytelling podcast? Okay, so you all know what to do here. In room 2, you'll read the book Voices in the Park, which has 4 different parts for 4 different readers. And then each of you will have 1 minute to tell your own story. Specifically, a cool story from your own life about wholeness. So maybe start thinking now what your coolest story about wholeness is. In room 5, we'll be making seed bombs. So you put together the soil and the clay and the seeds to plant. In room 6, you'll be making your own books about your own life. And in room 7, you'll be making blackout poetry. So, you could, as one of our members pointed out to me this week, you could do any of these things at home on a rainy day. So why are we doing them now? Well, the idea is that once the chalice is lit and we are in a sacred space, the things we do with our minds, our voices, and our hands and our artistic talents take on a spiritual meaning. The idea is that you engage in these activities thoughtfully, mindfully, and in a spirit of communal, spiritual engagement. And today I hope that the adults learn how to explore and play from the children, and that the children just be themselves. When it's time to regather, Suzanne will begin playing the piano, and I'll come around with the singing bowl, giving you a chime to know to regather. And then after we're settled back in the sanctuary, we'll sing a song. The exception is that the kids who are writing letters to their mystery pals, you can just go straight to room 2 after this and start writing your secret letters. So, I will now dismiss all of you. Have fun at Spirit Jam. I'll see you in a little bit.